Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen Hill for Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering the AFC Championship game, where the Cincinnati Bengals will be taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates each and every time we have breakdowns here at Sports Choice Plus. Without further ado, let's get right into the action. Both of these teams had exciting victories. Maybe one of the best divisional games we've ever seen between the Chiefs and the Bills was epic. I would have loved to have seen Josh Allen have a chance to get that. The NFL may have to look into those overtime rules to change that because that was a hell of a game, especially the last 2 minutes. When you look at the game, it was packed full of action. No matter if it was and no shot to either defense. Both quarterbacks played exceptionally well. Both quarterbacks made the throws. Both quarterbacks did their thing down the stretch. And you got to think that was an epic football game. Looking at the Bengals took care of business. They were the underdog. Joe Burrow spoke about it after the game and said, we no longer want that underdog narrative. We're coming for the smoke. So at this point, you got two teams that have faced off the last time they saw each other. The Bengals got the best of the Chiefs. So when I'm looking here on paper, this is a highly offensive game. When you're looking at the likes of Patrick Mahomes, when you're looking at the likes of Joe Burrow, two great quarterbacks. Right now, Patrick Mahomes is on fire, so is Joe Burrow. Coming into this football game, you want to make sure both quarterbacks are not only controlling the game, but setting the tone for this. When you look at the Bengals, literally, they have Mixon. You got a three-headed monster at wide receiver. The defense sometimes pulls up to make stops and plays, but you also have to worry about that letdown in the second half that defense will give you for the Bengals. Oftentimes, the tight ends are pulling up and making exceptional plays, the wide receivers, but can Joe Mixon carry the load for this football game? They're going to have to run the football to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. I think Joe Mixon is going to be your X factor in this game. When you're looking at everything else, it's solid on everywhere else. Joe Mixon has the key to carry this team into the Super Bowl. When you're looking at the way he runs the football, when you look at their scheme, the Bengals offense can't really pass block right now, and I don't know why. Because literally, Joe Burrow was under duress most of that football game, but he still was able to make throws. That offensive line has to do something. I don't know if you got to pull a tight end down, keep another back to chip block, and then release that running back out. But there's something that has to change because Joe Burrow took a lot of hits, and it wasn't good because literally the Titans turned up the blitz, and Joe Burrow was on his back 6 or 7 times each series. So you don't want to see your quarterback get hit like that, especially in the playoffs. Injuries can happen at any point in time, so they got to shore that up. The only concern for me is the offensive line for the Bengals, that if they get into a pressure-packed situation against the Chiefs, which has the defensive players to be able to send blitzes, that it could turn ugly very fast. But on the Chiefs side, with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce is the key. As I told you guys earlier in the season, it's not Tyreek Hill, it's Travis Kelce. He does most of his numbers, damage inside the numbers. Big, physical tight end that can block, that can play H-back, that can do anything. He has the wiggle, like we talked about earlier in the year, and the ability to get up the field, to be able to isolate himself in wide receiver slots, to be able to break coverages. He has moves. He can put the routes on you. So I think Travis Kelce is going to be the X factor in this game. If you can slow down Travis Kelce, you can slow down the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is going to be Patrick Mahomes. He's going to throw for 300-400 yards. He's going to throw the ball deep down the field. There's nothing you can do to stop that. He's going to get outside the pocket. He's going to scramble and fling the ball wherever he wants to. But if Travis Kelce gets going, that seems to be the key to the Chiefs offense. Once he starts touching the ball a lot of times, that starts a little hot potato thing where everybody all of a sudden starts getting the catchitis, where they can catch everything that comes to their hands. And then you got to think about this. Right now, Patrick Mahomes is close to reaching yet another Super Bowl. In this, you got a lot of firepower. I'm predicting this game well over 30 points for each team. I believe that when it comes down to it, the defenses will not be a factor in this one. I think that the offenses have to beat themselves in this one. I think Joe Burrow is playing cool, calm, under control. Jamar Chase is doing what he does. Higgins is doing what he does. It's a lot of offensive threats on both sides of these balls. Even the second, third, fourth, fifth wide receiver for the Chiefs has an opportunity to score because of how well Patrick Mahomes can throw. So when I'm picking this winner here, it's my head's going one way, my heart's going one way, but I got to lead with my heart. The miracle season is over for the Cincinnati Bengals, unfortunately. The Kansas City Chiefs, they're going to come into this game. They've been here, done it, got a t-shirt for it, and they are going to push their way to yet another Super Bowl. I think Patrick Mahomes, the closer he gets to the playoffs, the closer he gets to the Super Bowl, his play elevates that much more greater. You see the intensity. If he gets the ball the last 2 minutes, you already know, tap that wrist left or right, and the ice is in the veins already. Joe Burrow is poised as a young quarterback, but I just don't feel like it's their year right now. I have to go with the Kansas City Chiefs to win this football game. Are you Chiefs fans? Are you Bengals fans? Get in the comment section below. Check out Sports Choice Plus for all the breakdowns, and you've made it to the end of the video. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, share, and we'll see you on the next video.